Okay, chapter 19, that is the excretive products and their elimination. In the class 10th, we have studied that there are 4 basic processes which are continuously going on non-stop, and they are called maintenance processes, or they are also known as life processes. And among them, the first was nutrition, we already finished, 16th chapter. Second was, that is respiration, that we have already finished in the 17th chapter. Third was transport, that also we have finished in 18th chapter. And the fourth, that is the elimination of excretive products, we are studying today. Now, what is meant by excretive products? What is meant by excretive products? See, in our body, there are thousands and thousands of type of chemical reaction continuously going on. Continuously means they are not even stopped for a fraction of a second. Second दूर की बात है. Not even for a fraction of a second. They are continuously going on because we require energy. We require to break down the larger molecule into the smaller molecule. At the same time, there are some maintenance process, some DNA, RNA, some new cell formation, some other type of things continue. There are hundreds and thousands of type of chemical reactions are going on in our body continuously. Okay? If we talk about like in any normal cell, say for example this cell over here it will have its own respiration, it will all have its own protein synthesis, it will have its own DNA multiplication, it will have its own RNA formation, and there are hundreds of other type of chemical reactions are continually going on. And we also studied that whenever there is any chemical reaction, there will be certainly certain waste. Some type of waste will definitely be produced. The waste can be, if I summarize, that is if I summarize that the catabolism of carbohydrates, catabolism of fats, proteins, amino acids, nitrogen bases. These are the basic substances which are oxidized in our body. And on their oxidation, say for example, when they react or when they burn in oxygen, what products will form? Okay, let us have a look. When the carbohydrates are burned, carbohydrates are principally made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. When they burn, they will produce carbon dioxide and water. When fats are burned, they are also made up of carbon and hydrogen plus oxygen. So they too will produce carbon dioxide and water. And carbon dioxide and water are not a very big problem for our body because of course if they are not eliminated immediately, then there will be some problem, because if the water keep on adding into the cell, it will change the osmolarity of the water, it will affect the concentration of water, it will increase the size of the cell, etc., etc. There are a number of other problems. So even water is not safe after a certain limit. So water also has to be eliminated there and there. And carbon dioxide, when dissolved in the water, it changes into carbonic acid, and being acidic in nature, it will lower the pH. And we know that the pH of every cell should be neutral, or it should be according to its preference, according to its function. So we cannot change the pH of a cell, we cannot change the osmolarity of the cells, we cannot increase the concentration of water or decrease the concentration of water. Everything in a cell has to range between a limit. So no sooner its amount goes up or its amount goes down, it affects its functioning. And that is why the elimination is required. So what are the products formed? As I said, carbohydrate when burned, it produces carbon dioxide and water. When fats is burned, fat also produces carbon dioxide and water. When proteins are burned, it also has got carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, plus it has got nitrogen and sulfur, etc., etc. So it will also produce the nitrogenous product mainly in the form of ammonia, and if the sulfur is there, then sulfur dioxide, etc., etc., or hydrogen sulfide, whatever it may make. These are again harmful substances. Besides carbon dioxide, water to थे, but they were not as serious. They could have definitely kept in the cell for a certain period. 1-2 घंटे रख देते तो आदमी मर नहीं जाता. If the carbon dioxide or water is kept in a cell for a certain period, a person is not going to die. It is not going to create a very catastrophic effect on the body. But ammonia can. highly soluble in water. And as ammonia dissolves in water, it forms ammonium hydroxide. And ammonium hydroxide is highly, it is a strong base. So it, not a strong base, but it immediately dissociates and it adds OH. And that is again creating a problem. As I said, every substance should be found in a range, between a range. So if the range increases, it creates problem. And sulfur dioxide, as you know, it's a inflammation causing substance, gas and other. It will also increase the lower the pH because it will dissolve in the water and all that other type of problem. Amino acids will also produce the same products, and nitrogen base too will produce the same product. And that is why these substances should not be kept in the cell in more than a required limit. They have to be thrown out of the body as soon as possible, so that it may not affect the pH of the cell or the functioning of the cell. Okay, so these are the exudative products and their elimination. Now all the exudative products are eliminated. There are various exudative organs in our body. The exudative organs are the lungs, then liver, then kidney and skin. They are the four major exudative organs. Let us see what they produce and what they eliminate. Lungs, liver, skin and kidneys. Lungs eliminates carbon dioxide and water in the form of vapor. Liver converts the carbon dioxide and ammonia into a less harmful substance, urea. It also detoxificates waste. And when we are studying about the assimilation, I said the major role in assimilation is of liver. Liver karta hai mainly assimilation, that is converting the smaller molecule into larger or larger into smaller. Okay? When they are smaller, they are highly soluble in water. When they are larger molecule, they become insoluble. So they become a bit safe. They will not change the viscosity or osmolarity of the water. They will not dissolve in the water and change the pH and all. And that is, these all are the function of liver. What liver do? That liver, ammonia is a highly soluble gas, which immediately dissolve in water. And when ammonia and carbon dioxide is converted into a urea, it is less soluble. And in the still higher other organisms, the reptiles and in the insects and other animals where the water is scarce, the urea is further changed into uric acid. And uric acid is insoluble in water. You can keep uric acid in the body for days to the months to the years. Okay? It is not going to cause any sort of damage to the body because it is insoluble. So liver का इतना बड़ा रोल है, and it actually makes urine. Urea है, uric acid है, that is eliminated in the urine. Creatinine it is produced there, that is also eliminated in urine. So liver is removing several substances which it is adds into the blood, and when kidney will remove it in the form of urine. So a question is very commonly asked, where the products of urine are formed. Products of urine are actually formed in liver, and where is urine filtered? Urine is filtered by kidney. Okay, the two things. Okay, skin क्या करना है? Skin removes sweat, and the sweat contains water, minerals, a very small amount of urea. Okay, very small amount, which is almost negligible. See, sweat is performing two important functions. Its major function, sweat, you will not generally sweat in the winters or in where it is very cold and all. unless you are indulged in a very heavy activity. So sweat is actually a method of body or mechanism of a body of homeostasis to maintain the body temperature, and due course of time when it is eliminating water, also some waste are eliminated. So sweat has dual functions. Sweat is actually a homeostasis to maintain the body temperature, but sweat is also eliminating certain amount of waste. Okay, and the kidney is removing urine, and the urine contain what? Water. Water is uniformly present in all. Okay, water, इसके अलावा यूरिया, यूरिक एसिड, then creatinine, then bile salts, then bile pigments, and certain minerals. ठीक है? So the major excretive product of our body, the mammals or and human, we are having urine as a major excretive product. Okay. So when we talk about the excretion, we will mainly study about the urine. इन तीनों का तो नाम बताने तो पता नहीं, and they are important. Now more things we'll study about kidney or about lungs or liver or skin. ये तो हो गया. Now based on the excretive product, the animals are named, that is the mammals especially, are named as three different names, three different categories. If they are eliminating ammonia, they are called as ammonotelic. If they are removing urea, they are known as ureotelic. And if they are removing uric acid, they are known as uricotelic. Which organisms are removing what? If they can remove ammonia itself, then what is the need of to convert them into urea or uric acid? If they can produce the least toxic substance, uric acid, then why certain organisms are removing ammonia and some urea? सीधी सी बात है. अगर if you have wings, what is the importance of legs? Birds, if even 1 meter they have to go, they just fly. ठीक है? Only to a certain, that is a small area they have to walk, then they use their legs. Most of the time they are using their wings. So you could even say that, sir, what is the need of legs? But है ना, even this much of place they have to, and moreover legs are giving them a thrust to jump and fly. Hello? So legs are also required, wings are also required. If you got a scooter, scooter is also required and a car also required. So if ammonia is there, then also there was a need of urea to be removed. And if urea was there, then also there was a need of uric acid to be produced. Why? See, it all depends. It all depends, that is how much water is there in the body or surrounding the body. If a body is aquatic, or if the body does not have any threat of water, पानी की कोई कमी नहीं है, then immediately ammonia will be dissolved and given out. Because ammonia is highly soluble gas and it immediately dissolves in the water, inside the water or surrounding the water, and it will be given out. So they will not have to develop any excretory organs. They will not require to make even kidneys or any other organ. So in all the lower organs which are living in water, all the lower organs, may it be water or they are having plenty of water. May it be annelids, may it be crustaceans, may it be what you call echinodermates or even fish. They can give out lot of ammonia. ठीक चलते जाओ. And the other lower organs, all protozoans and all, they will give out ammonia. So they need not to make any specific organ for the filtration of urine and all, and they do not require any role of liver-like organs to make urea, uric acid. So least organization required, and the waste is not collected in the body for even a while, immediately diffused off. Okay, and this is found only those organs in which the water is not a scarcity, plenty of water is there, abundance of water is there, then ammonia. Okay, now come to the next one, the urea. The organ like us, we are living in an atmosphere where there is enough of water, not plenty. There is enough of water, and this water scarcity is not there, and we are not surrounded by water even. We are not surrounded by water even. So the removal of ammonia is impossible for us. The skin is hard. See, when we live on all the animals which are living on land, terrestrial animals, for them the first and the foremost problem is to manage water. The animals living on land, first and the foremost problem is to manage water, because we know that water is the most important thing for any organism to survive. All our chemical reactions, that is the metabolic activities, are taking place in the aquatic system, aquatic solutions. All the transport is done in that. Homeostasis is done because of the water, or what you call hydrostatics are developed by water, and there are so many other things which we will study in the higher classes or in the time and time again. That is all transported depending on water. Absorption of nutrients, it is all in water, is done with the water. Solid तो हमारी body में रोल ही नहीं है कुछ. You take solid food and immediately it is converted into in the form of chymes, and then more water is added, and then it will be just liquid. So what I said, that the water is very important. Now this water we had to take from outside, except for the crustaceans and certain reptiles. Rest all the organisms are depending on the outer source of water. These are the animals, they are highly adapted to manage water, either the water which is coming with the food, like most of these are carnivore animals, or whatever animal they are, whatever food they eat, there is certain amount of water is there, and then the water which is produced in the metabolic activity, like carbohydrate, fat, protein, whenever they burn, they add certain amount of water. That water they retain in their body, keep in their body. They do not let the water to go out of their body. But rest all the other organs, they are depending on the atmosphere, the surrounding water. That is the water which we take from the nature. Okay. Now those organs which water do not is not a threat. There is sufficient water is present, but their body is not surrounded by water. They will eliminate urea. They will eliminate urea. Now, if you will say कि सर वो यूरिया बनाने तक के चक्कर क्यों रख रहे हैं? अमोनिया ही से काम. तो see, the body, the cells are found very deep inside. ये जो मेरा घेरा है वो 1.5 फीट इधर होगा और करीब 10 इंच इधर होगा. तो that is the cells which are there, which is from here center में अगर कोई cell है तो 5 inch deep from here and 6 inch deep from here. So the cells which are found deep inside, how will they give out their ammonia? The surface cells को अगर आपने सोच लिया कि साहब वो diffusion कर लेंगे, then the interior cells, how they do? And surface cell also cannot do, because these cells are dead cells. They are having a layer of keratin in that, which make the skin impermeable for water, and the skin which is impermeable for water, the gases also cannot come out through. So that is why they have to develop a certain other mechanism where the waste can be dissolved in the water and thrown out. Now when the waste is dissolved in the water, so another problem, next level problem starts. Because the waste is carbon dioxide, that तो चलो हमने respiration में निकाला, ठीक है, and water that we can remove in the urea. But what about the ammonia? Ammonia when dissolved in the water, it forms ammonium hydroxide, and that poses the problem. It will increase the pH. Okay? And when the pH changes, the cells find it difficult to work because most of the enzymes they are sensitive to the pH. So कुछ तो ऐसा करना पड़ेगा बॉडी के अंदर so that the pH also doesn't change and the ammonia is also removed. So for that a new system is developed. That is that these organs that change. These organs have a different type of metabolism in which the carbon dioxide and ammonia combines to make urea. And urea being less soluble in water and less harmful can be kept in the body for a while. 5-10-15 मिनट रहेगा तो हम मर नहीं जाएंगे. ठीक है. सो नाउ दिस यूरिया विल बी फॉर्म्ड इन द लीवर एंड विद द लीवर, यहाँ पे लीवर रहा हमारा यहाँ तक काफी बड़ा और वहाँ से किडनी तक जाना है एंड किडनी हमको छान के बाहर निकालते हैं. ठीक है. सो दिस इज अ सेफ सिस्टम. तो हु विल हैव यूरिया? Urea is in all the terrestrial animals, but the water is sufficiently available. Moderate quantity of water is available. The body is little developed. Kidney-like organs are required. Liver-like organs are required. Organs are required. Not organs, organs. Liver and kidney-like organs are required. So they will start from fish. A fish can eliminate a certain amount of waste in the form of ammonia from the gills and other body surface, and a measure of that is given out in the form of urea. Then amphibian gives out urea because they are living in the surrounding where there is a lot of water and water is not a problem for them. Reptile cannot give because they are living in entirely dry condition. Birds even prefer to give out uric acid because birds cannot drink lot of water. They may be having plenty of water, but they flight legi so they will come to know where the water and how much water they drink. Chillu good pani. ठीक है. So water is not a problem for the birds, but the problem is this: if they drink too much of water, their weight will increase. Then they cannot increase their body weight. Then it will be leading to the other type of problem, flight and all. So the birds are even giving out uric acid. So amphibians, fish, amphibian, and then mammals, they are eliminating urea preferably. So 2 molecules of ammonia NH3 and H3 plus 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. So इधर का एक हाइड्रोजन, इधर का एक हाइड्रोजन, इधर का एक कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, कार्बन निकल करके वाटर बना देंगे and it will form NH2 NH2 CO plus H2, and this is the urea which is less harmful. Now the third one, that is uricotelic, are those organs in which the water is again a problem. They are living in such an environment where water is not available to them. Consider a spider or lizard. Have you ever seen a lizard drinking water? Snakes. Have you ever seen snake drinking water? You might have seen sometimes snake charmers are feeding milk to the snakes. Snakes do not drink milk. Snakes do not drink water. Snake do not add tongue to drink water and milk. अब आप उसके मुंह में डालोगे तो बेचारा क्या करेगा? क्या करेगा? Some will come out, some will go in. That is a different thing. Otherwise, snake do not have tongue. All the animals are drinking water using tongue except human being. We take water, sip कर लेते हैं. But if you might have. Okay, so uric acid जो है, this is the product nitrogen base which is requiring least amount of water, or the animals can even eliminate it in the form of solid. All the cockroaches. You might have seen that the excretory waste of lizards or birds. Birds तो देखा ही होगा. That is the birds making their shit. Now that some greenish or brownish substance is there. Plus a certain white colored gel is there. The white colored gel is nothing but uric acid. The tip of the fecal matter of lizard is having a white colored substance, that is uric acid. Even in the public toilets, where the cleaning is not taking place for months together. When human beings are making toilet, then the water soluble substances simply goes with the urine, but the uric acid contained which is present in the urea, a very small amount of uric acid is also found every eliminate human being. So uric acid that will go on depositing. So those toilets where months together cleaning has not taken place, you will find that the floor has a white color substance called uric acid. If you have seen some cattle or camels or other animals urinating on the freshly made road, black road, jet black road, you will find that after the urine is evaporated, white substance is left there. Anyone can at once make out that some animal has urinated there. That white color crystalline substance is nothing but uric acid. Uric acid is not soluble in water. So it is just a pastel substance, colloidal substance is formed and that is eliminated. Okay, so it requires least amount of water to remove. And uric acid is insoluble in water, so even if it is left in the body for certain hours or even days, it is not going to cause any harm. The bird's egg, chick's egg, murgi ka anda, 21 days all the waste is collected in the egg along with the chick in the form of uric acid, and since it is insoluble, it is not going to cause any damage to chick. Had it been urea or ammonia, the chick would have never come out, only it would have died much before its birth. Okay, so these are the different type of products and those organisms which require. Now, those organisms which have plenty of water but less organization, they will all give out ammonia. The organisms which have sufficient moderate amount of water but the organization is little high, they will remove urea. And those organisms which are living in the water scarce region, all the xerophites, all the insects, all the reptiles, all the what you call lizards, spiders and scorpion and cockroaches and all these are included in the what you call arthropoda. So arthropoda's reasons of success is only this, because they can well manage water and they are giving out urea, ammonium products in the form of uric acid. And when uric acid is required, the body requires certain type of special organ to make uric acid. Okay? And they can be stored in the body for certain days even without causing any harm to body. Okay? So that's all the initial introduction we have studied of the chapter. Now in the next class we will study how elimination of waste or excretion is done in human being. That's all children. Thank you.